Hello, welcome to my channel Awesome Learning, and today we are going to discuss RH grouping in this video. The chapter that we are doing is Body Fluids and Circulation, class 11th, and we are following NCERT along with the PPTs here in front of you. Now, in the previous video, I had discussed about blood grouping, ABO blood grouping. Now, today we are going to do RH grouping here. Now, I'll go through your NCRT along with the explanation. Children, another antigen. Okay, I told you here that in your RBCs there are antigen present on the surface of the RBCs. Like if the RBC has antigen A, then the blood group is A. If the RBC has an antigen B, then the blood group is B. If the RBCs have both the antigens A and B, then the blood group is AB. But if the RBCs do not have any antigen at all, then the blood group is O. Now, beyond these antigens A and B, there is another antigen present similar to one present in the rhesus monkey. Now, this is a breed of monkey, and this antigen was first found in this monkey, and the same antigen if present in human blood. If the same antigen is present in human blood, then we are considered as Rh positive. Okay, this is written as R capital and H small for rhesus because of the breed. So they gave this name as Rh grouping or Rh antigen, and it is observed on the surface of RBCs. Where is this antigen found? Again on the surface of RBCs of majority of humans. So children, remember this, that 80% of human populations are positive. They are Rh positive. That means whatever your blood group is, suppose the blood group is A, and suppose the person also has this Rh factor. So now his blood group is considered as A positive. But if the person has a blood group A but does not have this Rh factor, then his blood group will be considered as A negative. So those individuals in whose body Rh antigen is present, they are considered to be Rh positive, and those whom this antigen is absent, they are considered to be Rh negative. Okay, so if you I hope that majority of you must be knowing your blood groups, and if your blood group says A positive or B positive or AB positive or O positive, that means that you have Rh factor in your blood. But if your blood groups are A negative, B negative, or AB negative, or O negative, that means that you do not have this Rh factor, right? So I hope these lines are very much clear to you. You can see here Rh positive, these are the factors which are attached on the surface of the RBCs. That is why this is Rh positive, and here this RBC is not having any factor, you see, attached. So this is considered to be Rh negative. There they have written positive, it should be negative. Mistakes are always there. We are humans, no issues. But I hope you must have understood this is Rh positive and this is Rh negative. This will be Rh negative. Okay, so antigen Rh factor if present Rh positive, and if absent Rh negative, and nearly 80% of human populations are Rh positive. Now see here children, in your NCERT an Rh negative person? Now please pay attention. This is very important question and this question will come in your exams. So please you have to pay attention here that if a Rh negative person, if he is exposed to Rh positive blood, suppose there is an accident and he required some blood transfusion and without testing this Rh factor, the doctors just introduced the blood into the body. So what happened? The patient was Rh negative, but he was given Rh positive by mistake. The blood was Rh positive. So what will happen? It will form specific antibodies against the Rh antigens. Now why? Because this Rh negative person, the person's body does not have Rh factor, right? This person is not having Rh factor. Now because it is not having any Rh factor, if Rh positive blood enters his body, the body will take it as a foreign substance or foreign material. And as soon as something enters our body which is not recognized by our body, what our body does is it tries to make antibodies to fight against those foreign substances which have entered our body. So what will happen? The person's body will make certain antibodies against the Rh antigen. Okay, because the person was Rh negative, that means he was not having any Rh factor. So as soon as the Rh factor entered the person's body, the body took those Rh factor to be foreigners or to be the enemy, and seeing that enemy, they formed some antibodies which will fight against those Rh antigens. So therefore Rh group should also be matched. So not only that blood group should be matched before blood transfusions, even the Rh group should also be matched. That means if the person is A positive, then he should be given A positive blood only or O positive blood only. He cannot be given A negative blood or O negative blood. This cannot be done. Okay, so after matching the blood group, we should also match the Rh grouping, whether it is positive or it is negative. Okay, now a special case of Rh incompatibility or Rh mismatching has been observed between Rh negative blood of pregnant mother with Rh positive blood of the fetus. Now you have to pay attention. This is also very important, children. Along with the explanation, I'll also explain you here with the diagram. See, a special case of Rh incompatibility. Now here what happens is the mother children is Rh negative. Mother's blood is Rh negative, but the fetus inside her is Rh positive. Okay, the fetus inside her is Rh positive. So Rh antigens of the fetus are not exposed to the Rh negative mother in the first pregnancy. Why? Because the fetus is inside the amniotic bag or the sac, and it is separated from the mother's blood. So the two bloods, the blood of the fetus and the blood of the mother, they are not in contact with each other. So there is no problem in the first pregnancy. No issues in the first pregnancy, because though the mother is Rh negative, she is carrying a fetus which is Rh positive, but still the two blood, the mother's blood and the fetal blood, they are not in contact or they are not exposed to each other. So there is no harm in the first pregnancy as the two bloods are separated through placenta. But now here the case comes. during the delivery, when the delivery is going on of the first child, what happens? There is a possibility or a chance of the exposure of maternal blood to the fetal blood. Now, during pregnancy, because the amniotic sac inside which there is a fetus and the placenta is to be cut open. We have to cut the placenta, we have to separate it from the fetus from the mother during the delivery. So during that process, it may happen, I'm saying that it may happen, or there is a possibility that the maternal blood gets exposed or gets mixes with the fetal blood. Now, as soon as the Rh positive blood of the fetus comes in contact or comes in exposure to the maternal blood, what will happen? The mothers start preparing the antibodies, because for mother's body, Rh factors are foreigners or enemies, because her body is not having this factor. That is why she was negative, right? So as soon as the fetal blood comes in contact with the mother's blood, her body starts preparing antibodies against that Rh positive factor. What happens? The delivery is over, mother's body has prepared antibodies, right? She has prepared antibodies. Now, during her second pregnancy, the Rh antibodies which are present in the mother's body. Now, her body has made those antibodies and the antibodies are inside her. So, the antibodies from the mother can leak into the fetal Rh, and if the fetus is Rh positive, the antibodies can leak into the fetus. And what will antibodies do? They will destroy the Rh factor of the fetal RBCs. And this could be fatal to the fetus. This could be, if the RBCs of the fetus are destroyed. You just imagine that the fetus is inside mother's body and the RBCs of the fetus are being destroyed by the mother's antibody. Then how will the fetus survive? The fetus will suffer severe anemia or jaundice, right? And sometimes it may lead to erythroblastosis fetalis. What does this mean? Erythro means erythrocytes or RBCs. Blastosis means rupturing of RBCs. Rupturing of RBCs. Okay, erythroblastosis fetalis. And this condition can be fatal for the second baby or the second pregnancy. Now, to avoid this, this can be avoided by giving the mother an anti-Rh antibody injection immediately after the delivery of the first child. So what the doctor should do is, when suppose there is a lady, now listen to me very carefully. Suppose there is a lady and it's her first pregnancy, and when she goes to the doctor initially asks the couple to go for certain tests, and these tests may contain many other tests. One of the tests is blood group. Now, why doctor wants to go for the blood grouping test? Because she wants to see whether the mother is negative or positive. If she finds out that the mother is negative, Rh negative, then she will ask her husband to go for another blood test, just to see whether the husband is also Rh negative or positive. So now when she gets the report that mother is Rh negative, but the husband is Rh or the father is Rh positive, now she will enter the detail in the files and she will write it down that during the time of delivery, because now 9 months are there. Okay, this test is done at the initial stages of the pregnancy. So she must write down in the file of the patient that the patient is Rh negative and the father is Rh positive. So the patient should be given anti-Rh antibodies at the time of delivery of the first child. So as soon as the delivery is being done now, the mother should be given anti-Rh antibodies injection so that her bodies do not make any antibodies. Now, if this injection is given to the patient, the body will not make any antibodies against Rh factors and there will be no issues or no problems in the further pregnancies. So I hope I am clear. These diagrams also depict the same thing. See, anti-Rh antibodies are not naturally found. So Rh negative person can receive Rh positive blood only once. Okay, only once, but it causes the development of anti-Rh antibodies. The same thing which I told you, it will cause agglutination. Now I have told you in the previous video what is agglutination. Agglutination means clumping. The RBCs will clump to each other and they will burst out or they will die. Okay, so this is about Rh incompatibility. If the mother is Rh negative, you see, and the fetus is Rh positive, so the two of them are, the blood is separated through placenta. Okay, but if during the delivery time, if the maternal blood comes in contact with the fetal blood, see, the mother's blood is Rh negative and the fetal blood is Rh positive, and if suppose they come in contact with each other, the antibodies will be formed by the mother's body. Now in the second pregnancy or in the subsequent pregnancies, these antibodies will kill the fetal blood because they are anti to the fetal Rh negative, Rh positive blood. Okay, so this is called erythroblastosis fetalis, right? So this can be avoided by administering anti-Rh antibodies to the mother immediately after the delivery of the first child. So I hope I am clear with the topic Rh grouping. Okay.